Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your January 2024 energy reading. My name is Kimberly from the Path Illuminated. If you are returning, thank you so much for your support. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Don't forget to subscribe so you can stay up to date on when I post new content here. Happy New Year, Sagittarius. I hope you are doing well. As I'm recording this, it is January 4th. We are still in Capricorn season. Today, Mars went into Capricorn, January 4th. We've got the new moon in Capricorn on January 11th. Mercury goes into Capricorn on January 13th. And then on January 23rd, Venus goes into Capricorn. So lots of Capricorn energy, lots of Saturn energy, lots of power structures, shifting, values, sacrifice, responsibility, all that good stuff that Saturn brings up for us. Right now, Pluto is still in Capricorn, although it will be shifting into Aquarius on January 20th. It's a pretty big transit that the astrologers have been talking about for a while. We've had Pluto in Capricorn since like 2008. I believe Pluto will dip back into Capricorn this fall, and then it will fully move into Aquarius mid-November for the next 20 years. So lots of shifts in values and power structures collectively, globally, etc. Not that I'm an astrologist, but I do follow some of it, or I try. I do my best. I do my best, y'all. All right, Sagittarius. So this will be a general energy reading for the Sagittarius collective for January. This is not a personal reading, so put yourself where you go. Take the messages that resonate, leave the rest. If you are interested in a personal reading, I will link my details below. Please note that the only way to book a personal reading with me is via my website. I will never reach out to you to solicit or consider you for a reading, and neither will any other legitimate reader. This is my only YouTube channel. All of my social media handles are exactly the same, all one word, at the Path Illuminated. No special characters, no numbers, no punctuation, no spaces. Please be aware of scammers and imposter accounts. All right, so Sagittarius, I always like to remind my viewers to trust their own judgment and discernment, because this is your life and you know it better than anyone else. And never forget that you have free will. So if something comes out in the reading that you're not super happy with, always remember that you can shift your perspective, how you deal with a person or a situation. Nothing is set in stone. Time and energy are fluid, and we are constantly shifting energies, timelines, and opportunities for ourselves based on how we engage with the world around us. All right. Thank you, angels, spirits, and guides. Please help me in pulling the most relevant and accurate messages for Sagittarius at this time. Thank you, Spirit. What messages do you have for Sagittarius at this time? Please help me provide the most beneficial messages for Sagittarius. Thank you, angel, spirits, and guides. One more card, Sagittarius. Okay. Let me just get a clarifying deck here, Sagittarius, before we get into it. Thanks again for being here. Don't forget to subscribe. If the messages resonate, please leave me a comment. Let me know how this energy is showing up for you. One way to get more accurate readings is by engaging with the content here, by liking, by commenting. That's how it helps me pick up on your energy. And regardless, any content creator that you enjoy their content that they create and share, if you find it to be beneficial and positive for you, one way to pay it forward is to like and comment on videos, because it helps boost the channel. And it also helps other people find the channel. So appreciate your consideration. All right, Spirit, why is the Knight of Cups here for Sagittarius? Why is it, oh, that's a quarter of the deck. Just 1 or 2 cards, please, Spirit, for the Knight of Cups. Thank you, angels, spirits, and guides. Again, too many cards. Just 1 or 2 cards, please, for the Knight of Cups. All right. Why is the Ace of Cups here? Why is the Ace of Cups here? Why is the Ace of Cups here? Where's the Ace of Cups here? Whoa. Why is the Three of Swords here? Why is the Three of Swords here, Spirit? For Sagittarius. Alright, too many cards. Just 1 or 2, Spirit. Too many cards. Spirit's apparently got a lot to say. Why is the Three of Swords here? Just 1 or 2 cards. Excuse me. Again, too many cards. Okay. 2 cards, please, for this Three of Swords. Why is the Ace of Pentacles here in reverse? And why is the Three of Wands in reverse? All right, Sagittarius, I'll definitely pull some more cards, but let's get going. This is interesting cards out here. So it looks like you've been in, I feel like, an emotionally vulnerable place. It looks like you recently have taken action towards something or someone where you were willing to offer your cup, whether it was a job or a relationship. The Emperor in reverse. What I'm kind of feeling about the situation, whatever it is, and we'll get into it, right? You put yourself where you go here, but I think there may have definitely been some control issues involved, some manipulation tactics. I don't know if that was on your end, and sometimes we don't even necessarily realize what we're doing or our motivations behind it. But sometimes we can do things, say things, and we're doing it because we want a very, very specific outcome. And we're like, well, if I show up this way, if I do it that way, if I say these things this way, I'll get what I want. But it doesn't really look like you got what you want. Now, it's interesting because there's an Ace of Cups here, which is an offer, and it can be love. And since they're facing each other, it feels like there was this opportunity, there was this offer that appeared for all intents and purposes to be legitimate, and vulnerable and honest and abundant, and you were willing to offer the same to this situation. Now, it's clarified by the Seven of Swords in reverse. This energy is pretty interesting. It can be like, Well, it can go either way. You could say like, this was an honest offer, there was no manipulation, but it also could be like, maybe you were so focused on the outcome that you refused to see the red flags. You weren't able to really pay attention to some of the warning signs with regard to this offer. I do feel like this is another person, whether this was like a job offer or a love offer. You were wanting to meet this person in the same way. But whether or not this was a job offer or an offer of love in a romantic relationship, I do still think that there were some control issues going on, but they were unacknowledged. And ultimately, right now, it feels like you're in this place of seeing things for the way that they are, and you feel hurt, betrayed. Things didn't work out the way that you wanted them to. Whether this was, somebody offered you a job and you were like, yeah, I'm willing to commit to it, right? Let's say this is just a story that could be similar, right? And you decided like, okay, I'm going to leave my old job. I'm going to accept this job. And then they rescind the offer, right? And perhaps there were some red flags. Maybe this was like an offer from somebody you knew, right? And so you didn't really see them as being somebody that couldn't be trusted, or an offer that couldn't be trusted. And you just wanted it so bad that you were like, no, this is fine. As long as I show up, it's going to be totally fine. If this was love, right? I think it was like both individuals, both yourself and the person that you were in a relationship with weren't being fully honest. Now, what I will say, especially with these reverse cards underneath them, I don't necessarily believe that you or the other party, whether this is work or a relationship, I don't think either of you were intentionally seeking to manipulate the other person or the situation. I just think it was unacknowledged, unconscious behavior. And because of that, it's become this situation to help you get more clear with yourself and your intuition, although it is a very painful truth. So now you're in this place, 7 of Cups, 10 of Cups, where you do actually have a lot of options available to you. It may be confusing right now. Ultimately, you want the 10 of Cups. Who doesn't, Sagittarius? You want to be emotionally fulfilled. You want to have, your family, your friends. You want to be happy. And you are afraid of what's next because this offer, whatever it was, whether work or a relationship, it wasn't grounded. It wasn't what you thought it was going to be. And it did not lead you to the success that you anticipated. And right now, you're struggling because it feels like your ships are not coming in. You don't feel like you can see clearly. And as much as it may be a challenge for you right now because your heart is hurting, because you're working through, this came up in a tarot workshop that I'm a part of. Somebody was asking me about the 3 of Swords. And they said, the 3 of Swords talks about heartbreak, so why isn't it Cups? And what I said was, I think most of us that have been through really deep heartbreak and disappointment can acknowledge that oftentimes, logically, we know that, this person lied to us, they betrayed us, they broke our heart, they disappointed us, even if they didn't mean to. And we know it logically before we can accept it in our heart. It takes a while for our heart to catch up with our mind. And so you're in this place of doesn't feel like your ships are coming in. You don't know what's next. You're doubting yourself. You're in your head. You're not trusting yourself. And the advice from Spirit is Queen of Cups. And I should have said this earlier, but, you know, King, Queen, there's no gender in tarot. We all have masculine and feminine energies. This is just an energy. Queen of Cups is all about nurturing yourself, pouring into yourself, loving yourself, opening up to yourself, right? Like being honest about the disappointment, being honest about why you went towards this person, you went towards this job. You know, it's obvious to me that I think you both had good intentions. It's just that neither of you were in a stable place to begin with, and neither of you were in a place of really fully understanding what it was that you were getting into. And this ending was necessary for you to understand that there are other paths and other ways to get to your 10 of Cups. Understandable that you're disappointed about this situation not being grounded and it not being successful and feeling like upside down and like you just don't know what way to go or what to do. So this is time to pour into yourself, time to love yourself, time to do the things that are going to help you feel better. You know, whether that's being out in nature or working out or journaling or meditating, whatever self-care practices that you may have been neglecting because of this relationship or this job that you were invested in that didn't turn out, you need to get back to you. Spirit, can you give me some more insight and advice here for Sagittarius regarding this situation? Oh, shit. King of Swords, open your throat chakra. First, you learn to be honest with yourself. Then you can be honest with others. You know, the truth will set you free, but first it will piss you off. But it's important, Sagittarius, for you to understand that you actually can find the balance between your heart and your logic. And I think what it is like you need to love yourself through the pain of this disappointment so that you can get clear about what happened to get you into this situation to begin with. Let me get some more advice here. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. You will be coming out of a place of hesitation. You will be figuring out how to take inspired and grounded action forward. The Star, this is healing energy. This is very much for me tied to this Queen of Cups energy. This is card of Aquarius. We will be moving into Aquarius season mid-January. This is, again, pouring into you, Sagittarius. This is understanding that, you know, you can be grounded in logic and also deeply connected to your emotions and to your intuition. And that's how you're going to get your mojo back. Spirit, can I get some final advice here for Sagittarius regarding the situation? Six of Cups, nostalgia, inner child healing. You know, what I would say is, you know, we all tend to have leftover residue from our past, from our childhood. Sometimes we can live our life with rose-colored glasses, Sagittarius, where, you know, we're like, hey, this seems too good to be true. I'm gonna believe it. And then we realize it wasn't what we thought it was going to be. And it goes back to, you know, maybe some disappointment from the past in childhood. Maybe fantasy and delusion were an escape for you. Understandable. But it's one thing to see a situation or a person the way that you hope that they would be. It's another thing to see them as they really are. And it's imperative that you go within, right? Do that healing and nurture your inner child so that you can learn to trust yourself. Again, you do have a balancing act. You've got some choices to make. This is an infinity symbol here, right? The connection to spirit. Again, for me, this is about grounded in reality, but also connected to the divine. And it's also an 8. and we are in an 8-year in 2024. So this is about putting in the work to come to a place of stability so you can make those logical decisions. Knight of Swords, air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, taking action forward after a period of disappointment. You are going to get really, really clear, but it starts with you tapping into you. Feel your feelings, Sagittarius. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be disappointed. It's okay to even, you know, be mad at yourself. Don't stay mad at yourself, right? Understand that you were doing the best that you could with what you knew at the time. And now it's time for you to learn, right, from the past, for you to acknowledge any control issues, any self-sabotaging behavior, any patterns from your childhood that may have put you in this place of not fully being able to recognize some of the red flags and being a bit delusional about the situation. Understand that things happen for us, not to us. And even if this ending was painful, it's in order to help you get clear and more grounded and actually to heal. All right, Sagittarius. Like I always like to remind folks, like these transitions are really difficult. Going through heartbreak, going through disappointment, whether it's, you know, a job that you were hoping was going to work out or a relationship, it's crappy when things don't work out. It sucks when you're disappointed and heartbroken and lied to or betrayed, or things just like they don't work no matter how hard you try to make them work. And, you know, the truth will set you free, but first it will piss you off. And, you know, I just think that once it's like, I don't think there's anything you can do but to accept this, painful ending, whatever it was, and to acknowledge how upset you are about it, how hurt you are, how confused you are, how disappointed you are in this other person, in yourself. Do that, but do it with love, right? Love yourself and understand that you had good intentions, and I think this person had good intentions too. But the only way that we find out what's for us and what's not is by going through this process, right? Disappointment is part of it. That doesn't make it any easier. But this is part of the growing pains of moving through this process and getting to a more grounded place where you can start to take action in a more logical and grounded way. Just focus on you. Love yourself through the process. Acknowledge how you're feeling. Don't be afraid of your feelings, because that's where the healing lies, Sagittarius. All right, I'm going to pull a card from the Soft Cosmic Concepts Oracle deck to close out the reading. Spirit, what final messages do you have for Sagittarius? Growth. Card number 3. The flowers I have planted are growing from every corner and envelop me. Read the book. Personal growth, expansion of all kinds, fertility, affirmation. I am not obligated to be the same person I was before. You do not have to be the same person you were last year, 10 years ago, or even yesterday. This card was pulled because you are planting the seeds to help you grow. It is a confirmation that your growth is necessary and beautiful. Do not resist this growth, as it will be beneficial to you later on. This is also a positive sign for questions about finances, business, work, or family, as it could mean that you are expanding in those areas. That's good. Yeah, I mean, like I said, you know, nothing is ever a waste as long as we learn and grow. And this is a great opportunity, Sagittarius, for you to grow beyond the disappointment that you have in yourself, in another person, in a situation. It's going to help you in the future because you're going to be wiser as a result. I'm going to pull a couple of cards from the Universe Has Your Back deck. God. My capacity to tune into the energy of love gives me the words I need when I am ready to speak up, the compassion I need when it's time to forgive, and the power I need when I am lost. Yeah. Love yourself through the process. Love your inner child. Don't shame yourself. Don't guilt yourself for things you didn't know. When I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about the world I see. Yeah, accept the reality that things are happening for you and not to you, Sagittarius. This is an opportunity for you to learn and to grow, and it's going to help guide you into the right direction. I hope these messages resonated for you, Sagittarius. If they did, give me a like, comment below. Let me know how this is showing up for you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.